Hey guys, sorry for interrupting. I'm Lou Nieves Jr. alongside,
Jesse Torres.
and welcome to our 22nd episode.
Whoop, whoop.
And this episode is being recorded probably if you're listening to it at the same time on President's Day, February 17th. At what time is it? 7:19.
Mm-hmm.
We are behind our schedule.
Yes, we are. Way behind.
Yeah, we were supposed to record yesterday like we normally do on Sundays, but of course life happens and we didn't have the opportunity to do so. And plus there was a lot of things going on over the weekend with our family and just spending time with one another, and we just didn't really have time to fit it all in. So although you guys didn't get to hear that this morning, and for those who hear it late,
Did
doesn't
you guys
matter.
miss us? They didn't see us this morning.
No, they didn't see us
Did you
this
guys
morning.
miss us?
But
Yes. Comment down below. They probably thought like, ooh, what happened?
yeah, I felt.
Oh my God, he didn't do something for Valentine's Day.
You want to talk about that real quick? All right, this is quick. I don't care about Valentine's Day.
I don't make it a big deal. Like, it's not like something like, ooh, you need to get me.
Now, this is the debate, right? So people feel like this is a day to show love, but I'm like, that day should be all the time.
All the
It
time,
shouldn't
yeah.
be a holiday for it. And then you said something about it because I remember you text me in the morning like Happy Valentine's Day, and I said, yeah, Happy Valentine's Day. I put laugh out loud.
Yes, but it should still be acknowledged. Like, it's a special day to be acknowledged. Like, you should be acknowledged all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like known to be acknowledged. Like, for me personally, I love seeing everybody showing this love. Like, only if this was an everyday thing where people are expressing all this love, because it's not only like couples. Like, it's towards their kids, their their friends and family. Like, at work, it was so loving. I can't say for the first time, right?
I get it.
But at work, without us planning it, we had like our own little potluck. And it's like everybody brought their things. Like, it was so loving. I love it. Only if it was like
That's
that
cool.
on a daily basis where
Yeah.
people, not that I don't have that connection with my coworkers, but all around. It was all great. Like,
It's interesting. And then, of course,
I
I'm
made
wearing
a
red.
game. I'm sorry.
No, I'm
Go
wearing red, and for no reation. It's just that I decided
It's
to
his
wear red.
first time with a bright color.
I'm popping out of the screen right now. No,
Well.
but I saw things on social media where it's fine that you show your loved ones, but then there are things that people do for social media to see. So
Yeah.
there were times where I'm like, do you actually have a Valentine? Because you see everything the person's doing, the rose petals in the bed and the candles, and it's just dumb. And I guess it's just waiting for their Valentine to come.
Yeah.
Listen, maybe they had someone coming over. I don't know. But for you to like record it, then post, I can't wait to post this and show everybody what I did.
Or like, okay.
Or show the gifts. I mean, some of y'all gifts is bad, and y'all still showed it.
Oh, it's a gift. It's a gift.
Yeah, gift's a gift, but
But
you should
we're not.
put
That's
more
not like
thought into it.
That's not our main.
No,
thing. Like,
and it's never been our thing, right? We never were a material relationship. Like, we never was like gift for gift kind of thing. And I just saw people doing that, and I'm like, why?
but it's appreciated.
No, of course it is when things happen, and a lot of it is unexpected. It's not just, oh, today's your birthday, well, here you are. It's more than that. But I saw, like I said, a lot of people on social media just flexing, and it was just hilarious to me. And if you're in love, man, be in love. I love seeing that. I love seeing people in love. But if you're doing it just to get
Yeah, we did
some
things
attention.
with the kids. Where I got like all these like.
Oh, Jessie, you gotta love
Go
Jessie,
ahead.
man. Jessie, she goes above and beyond, right? So she went to Party City and she bought all this love stuff. Probably was 50% off because it was the day after.
It sure was. Hey, I'm all about sales.
And she was
Because
really
we couldn't be
into it.
together.
Yeah, we couldn't be
for
together
on
Friday. And so she came over Saturday with all the stuff, and the kids loved it, and they played games, and they made pizza.
Heart-shaped pizza.
It really wasn't a heart shape. If you have pictures, you should show them. But
First of all, it was a heart shape. It was a heart shape when I gave it to you guys. Now, what you guys put on top of it, and then after when the oven it didn't look like a heart shape, that's not on me.
But no, it was the thought that counted. It was cool. We had a good time. The kids had a good time. And then we saw Sonic on Sunday.
Yes, we
Which-
saw Sonic, and
Maybe we should keep that for the vlog, our review. if you want to find out about our thoughts and the kids' thoughts on Sonic,
just let us know and we'll.
Yeah, because we didn't film the vlog yet.
Yeah.
We are behind on that too, but it will be out on Wednesday. But yeah, we had a good weekend, and then today you had to go to work.
Yeah.
So we really didn't have time to record.
I had a procedure done.
Oh no! Don't tell nobody.
No, I won't say how crucial it was, but I had a procedure. Whoever seen me walking and was like see me limping, I had a procedure done on my toe, so I was in pain, but I still made it through. Where the weekend was still great, right?
Yeah, you should have had a cane with you.
I should have had a cane because my hip hurt. I'm like.
Yeah.
But I'm doing better.
Yeah. So overall, it's been a long time coming with this topic that we're going to talk about. Man, this was brought up like over a month ago. Jesse's like, oh, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. And it hasn't happened. And it just happened. It just so happens that we are going to talk about this after Valentine's Day. So go ahead. This was Jesse's idea. And I find it very interesting. So go ahead.
So, I don't know if anybody heard of the 5 Love Language by Gary Chapman. So I thought it was very interesting when I first heard about it. Someone brought it up to me. I think it was Tony Gaskin, one of my love coach. I always have all these coaches. They don't know who I am, but I know all of them. They're my personal mentors.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
And they were talking about do you know your love language? There's 5 love language, and what's your what's your love language? And I'm like, I don't know what this is. So I took a quiz. There's a quiz that you take, and it showed my love languages. So when we first started going out, I always made it a point okay, whoever I talk to or whatever,
they better pass this test.
No, it's not even about a pass or fail. It's just really getting to know the person as love language, because sometimes it gets all you don't know how to deliver, you don't know how to communicate that.
I feel these tests are very comical because it always reminds you oh, what superhero are you? What Disney character are you? And I'm like, why is she sending me this? Does she really believe in this? I'm gonna send over some fortune cookies. She really believe that too. But no, keep going. I thought it was interesting how you came up with this whole idea of how the love languages coincide with your decision on love. So.
Yeah, well, in the beginning, I wanted to know in the beginning because I think it's very important to know how you communicate your love language, how you like to receive and how you give, right? Mm-hmm. And the same thing with me. So I send him the quiz. He sends it back. I take the quiz at the same time. And we get the same order of love language. And I was like,
she was hyped about that.
I was like, yes, I don't need to learn his love language. So basically how it's described is let's say you speak 5 different languages and there's 5 people. You're able to, how is it that it was described? Okay. You're in a room and you're able to communicate or learn how to communicate, right? Just surface level. Mm-hmm. But you won't really get to know the person until you really learn their language. Yeah. Because you could point, you could do this and that, but you won't really know the person until you know their language, the way they're speaking, communicating, whatever. So it's the same thing with love language, which the 5 love language is the words of affirmation, active service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. Now I'm not gonna teach, but our first love language, the top is quality time, and then the second one is act of service, physical touch, words of affirmation, and receiving gifts. Now that was in the beginning, right? That was a month in of us not even dating. We were just talking.
Yeah, we were just talking.
And I was like, yes, I don't need to learn his love language because it's the same thing as mine. So I was like, okay, we're in sync. So then as I was talking about doing this podcast and bring this up, we're like, okay, you're going to have to retake it because it changes throughout your, your life, just like your life changes. And whatnot. So then we took it. Well, you took it first. And then I was just like, oh, I got to take it too.
Yeah, she made me retake it. And then I'm like, did you take it? And she was like, no. I was like, so what's the point of this test if I'm the only one taking the test?
So then right now, I have wrote his order. And right now I was writing down my order. And it's the same exact way. It moved, but ours is quality time still, which I think is major in our life. Mm-hmm. Physical touch. And physical touch is not a sexual way. It could just be holding hands. I'm always holding your hand. I'm always
cuddling and stuff like that. Yeah.
Physical touch, words of affirmation, Ours is the last two is reverse. Mine is act of service, and receiving gift is the last one. I don't really care for like receiving gifts. All of a sudden yours you do. You receiving gifts and
Yeah,
then
because
act
I
of
don't be
service.
getting no gifts.
I do.
I be giving them and I don't get them
Oh. Well, for Valentine's Day.
for every day. I'm always giving gifts. I'm still waiting for my ring.
Whoa. Your ring. Hello over here.
Anyway, continue.
So I just think it's just great, and like, you know, you could read the book and know more about it, but it's about filling up your love tank, always meeting up, not meeting up, but always keeping in contact, not in contact, but always communicating like where we stand. Like, it
I
don't
get what
have
you're
to be
saying.
like on a weekly thing, but it could be like a monthly. Like, are you filling up my love tank?
Well,
Am I
you don't
filling
ask
up
the
yours?
person, hey, are you feeling my love
Yeah,
tank
but
this
like,
week?
am I seeing? No, yeah, you don't say it like that. But like, if there's
Right, yeah.
anything that's been slacking, like if we don't have quality time, like that weekend that I was in school,
Yeah, yeah.
I missed that. Like that was like that's our time together,
Mm-hmm.
and I missed that because, you know, I had school and then the whole bunch of stuff happened. But it's like very important for us to like always.
Yeah, it's like
on the same
I might have
page.
mentioned this before, but I feel that there are a lot of relationships where when things don't go right and it consistently doesn't go right, you automatically just throw in the towel and you give up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're so easy to do that, then maybe this relationship is not for you, right? Especially when marriages, you just don't give up. You fight for that marriage. You know, there's a reason why you guys said I do. There's a reason why you said I love you. There's a reason why you guys are together. So the analogy that someone used, I don't know who it was, but they said, when you get a flat tire, do you just throw the car away? Or when you run out of gas, do you just not go to the gas station? Like, you go and you get those things fixed. You know, you don't just give up on the car. You don't go and say, oh, my car ran out of gas, I'm gonna get a brand new one. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Or
It takes a lot of work.
yeah, and the thing is, I feel that people, when they're so, how do you say, so eager to love someone, it's great because then that I feel it could go two ways. It could be that you're lonely, so you're eager to love, so you can be loved, or you have so much love to give that you can't wait to share that love with someone. And that's where you got to be able to identify that within yourself. And once you've created that love for yourself and you love yourself, and now you can create that love with someone
Yeah,
else.
because that's very important for you to love yourself first. You can't expect. Well, who was it? I think it was Will Smith that said about the happiness.
Yeah. I don't remember his exact quote, but he's always dropping, you know, knowledge on love and happiness, and he's been divorced and he's had problems, and everyone knows, you know, that he's come out of like a, you know, broken home, and there's a lot of things that have happened for him that he's expressed that shows that happiness is within yourself. And if you're not happy with someone, you can't rely on them to
make you
happy. You have to create the happiness within yourself. And you got to ask yourself, are you happy? Why is this person not making me happy? And we sometimes forget that, where we expect the opposite to make us happy.
Yeah, and sometimes you also expect the person to know how to love you, which that's why the 5 love language is very important to know, because sometimes, like, if we didn't have the same love language and you're giving me, let's say, I don't know, act of service, like if you're always showing me, like, doing things for me, and that's your way of expressing your love, right?
Yeah.
But that's not the way that I like to receive it. So I'm not looking at it like, oh, you're loving me. It's more like, oh, can you stop doing all these things and just spend time with me?
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
But being that our top is quality time, we're good, because we make it a point that we're spending time together, whether it's with the kids or by ourselves. Like, we make that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say that for me, in my past relationships, I always felt the need to make others happy by gifting. And I still feel that way sometimes with Jessie, where like she won't expect it or even ask, but it's like I know that it's something that I know she may need or want, and I just want to get it for her to make her happy. And seeing her happy makes me happy. So a lot of things, whereas we're not material, you know, But there are just certain things that I feel that, for instance, I bought her for Valentine's Day a cookware set from Rachel Ray, right?
And it was purple.
So I know that she needed that because her other pots and pans were like all over the place. They weren't matching and they were used. I'm like, you know what? She needs something new and might as well just get this for her. Like, I didn't think, oh, she needs new Prada shoes. It was just, this is what she needs. I want to get it for her because I know it makes her happy. She loves to cook. So those are those things. But in the past, it was more about jewelry and expensive dinners. And even when I was dating, I used to spend a lot of money on dates to, I guess, impress. And I think that's where guys and girls do it, where they'll go out and spend $500 on a new, outfit, go on this date, and they never see that person again. And it's like, do you do that every day?
Oh
like,
my God. That
it could get really expensive,
Yeah.
And I get it. You want to look nice. First impressions always matter, and you wanna wow the person. So you got to really put things in perspective financially for yourself and think about. And we've mentioned this before with some people where if you go on the first date and this extravagant, expensive first date, you better keep up with that first date because
they're gonna expect it. Like they're gonna expect. You went all the way up here,
Yeah.
and then you just like, okay, well, let's go to like Burger King. And it's just like, wait, what?
Like, no, what happened to the top of the rock?
Wait, I thought you were taking me to like Hawaii now. Like,
yeah,
we're exaggerating, but
But the thing is, you really got to put things in perspective. And I remember my cousin Kim told me one time when I was telling her, like, man, these dates are getting expensive. She's like, how about you just go to Starbucks and just sit down and have a cup of coffee and just talk? I'm like, that would be great if I drank
is that
coffee.
the reason why we went to IHOP?
No,
that wasn't a date.
Food.
That wasn't a date.
Anyway, but it's really about really just figuring the other person out and getting to know them.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this too, about dates and stuff like that. But overall, the gifting part, there are people out there that are like that, and they feel that they need to do that to make others happy.
Yeah,
because they may expect it back.
Yes, they may expect it back, and that's probably their way of like showing
Expressing
their love.
their
Yeah,
love.
expressing their love. But maybe the person receiving it, that's not their way.
Yeah, they don't want that. I mean, there are even children that go through this where
the
the
same thing,
parent may express their love by gifting to them, and
all they want is
the
their
parent
time.
and the kid just wants the parent to spend time with them. You know
And
what I
it's
mean?
like, I want to give my kids everything. But the kids is like, really, I don't like. Yes, they do appreciate it, and then they get all spoiled and stuff.
Oh,
but
yeah.
then,
They get
but then it's
spoiled.
like, no, I actually want time. You
Yeah.
know, I remember my cousin always telling me like, I envied you. Not in like in a bad way, but it's like when you were little, you used to be with your mom all the time. And it's like, I wasn't with my mom all the time. Like, she gave me everything,
Yeah.
but she wasn't there. Like, she was working so hard that she wasn't present. And she was like, I always wanted that. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
always wanted that. And it's just like, it's just about balancing and finding out your, and they have, I don't know if they show it here, but they do have, like 5 love languages for kids. For like family, blended family, they just came up with another one. It's a very great book. You just got to go into details. I'm not great at describing and and really going into detail of each one, and like I'm great at public speaking and
Yeah, I don't read books. I've read books in the past, obviously, but as an adult, I don't read books. I usually do audibles or podcasts, and I know audibles and podcasts are not the same thing.
Yeah.
But I really got to get into that whole Audible thing because there are a lot of books that you've mentioned to me that are relationship based. And I would love to learn more about it, but for me to actually sit down, it's gonna take too much time because I'm always doing something. I know
Maybe
it sounds
you're
crazy,
listening to
but
it,
if I'm
you're-
listening, driving, because I drive at least 45 minutes to work and 45 minutes back, I could get through a book probably within a week just listening. But I think also too, when the other love languages where you have gifting and then you have, what was the other one?
It's act of service.
Act of service. That's what I want to
words
talk
of
about.
Excuse me. Words of affirmation.
Yeah, the act of service, I feel, and please don't beat me up for this, and don't get me wrong, but I feel that, and I could, like I said, I could be wrong, but the act of service is where certain people, that's how they feel like, I do this for you because I love you, and I want you to do it for me because that's how we expressed our love. Like and this happened in my previous relationship, if I'm washing the dishes and I'm taking care of the kid, you should be cleaning the house and doing this and doing that. Like it's that kind of like give and take.
Like a point system.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Okay, I'm up one.
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
up one.
And it's embarrassing for me to say this. We even had a sleep schedule when we put our son to sleep, and I should have never had allowed that to happen, because it was implemented for me, because I didn't want to put my son to sleep. I really wanted to stay up and watch TV, play games.
That's where communication thing, right? But it's so known, and so it's like, well, the women is supposed to wash the dishes and clean and all that stuff, and the guys are supposed to throw the trash, and like there's no roles. It should be communicated where
these are unwritten rules made by society.
Yes,
basically.
it's like, no, you don't. It doesn't have to be like that. Listen, if the trash needs to be thrown out, I'm gonna throw it. If something needs to be done,
right.
You could do it. Doesn't mean that you have to wait for me.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it's like, well, I'm the man or I'm the woman, and blah blah blah. And it's like, it shouldn't be like that.
Because everyone goes through it. At least I think so, because I went through it. And
I went through it.
I'm glad that I did, because I mean, it sucks that it happened, but I can't like turn back the hands of time and change it. I've learned from it, and then I shared those experiences with someone else, whoever's listening or watching us, and they're like, you know what, I do that too. Maybe I should switch the way I'm doing things with my partner, or the way I'm acting towards my partner.
Yeah, like learn their love language. Like in my case was, everything was like, it was the gift, the receiving. He was giving the gift, right? That was his way.
Yeah.
For me, it was like, I wanted quality time. So I didn't know, like, I was like, that's not love. You're just buying me off, you know?
Yeah.
But it was like, that was the only way he knew how to love. And I didn't understand that. It was just more like, well, you don't love me because you're not spending quality time, you know, like, and then it was like, because we never really took the time to really know each other's love language and then work on it, because it's supposed to be like worked on. Like, if we obviously, like, we have the same one, but if people have like words of affirmation and the other one has like quality time, you have to know how to like work on that. Like, if I like the words of affirmation, you work on like really giving me those words that I need, like that encouragement, like, babe, you got this, you're so beautiful, or whatever, you know. My best friend, she loves the words of affirmation. She loves, like, me and her, they know, like,
beautiful.
Yeah, like, I always express to her.
But what woman doesn't? I mean, or what person doesn't? They love to hear those things.
Well, yes,
but I think it's something that
it's like,
she consistently likes to hear.
Yes, like, she loves, like, when there's a poem given to her. She loves when there's, like, you know, like, those little things
are they like hopeless romantic? That's what they call them? There's a name for someone like that.
I think so.
Where they like the long walks on the beach. Candlelight dinners.
Yeah. I think every girl wants that.
Like
I think every girl wants it, but it's like the extra, like, oh my god, like, like.
and I think you're right. Like, every woman wants that, and that was the one thing for me that was never my style. Like, I can do it. I mean, anyone can do it.
Yes.
But mine was like, I was just more of like, let's keep it moving. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm talking too much, but I don't want to get Jesse's hopes up. They ain't no candlelight dinners. But
what?
Since we've been together, we've never had that, and I think that ours, because it's quality time, like, that doesn't matter to us. We could really be in PJs all day and just watch TV, which we plan on doing next weekend to catch up on Stranger Things season 3.
Real, like, binge watching.
Yeah, we've never done that, so that's gonna be a vlog in itself. But for her and I, just never been that way, and I'm glad, because, man, if I had to, either I would have walked away, or she would have had to deal with it.
No, or work on it. Where it's like, it doesn't need to be all the time, but that's the thing about working on it.
But
like,
if there's someone like her that expects it, and that's who she is as a person, then it's like you have to. It's like you're obligated to make that person happy.
Yes, but then if your guys are meeting each other's love tank,
I guess,
then it's like, I want to do it for you, because you're feeling my love tank and I'm feeling your love tank, and it's like, it's hard because it's like uncomfortable, because that's not the way that you show it. But you're like, damn, but that's the woman that I love. So you know what? Let me do it for her. You know, like, her man does it. Like, he's like, that wasn't his. And that's their, like, I always say,
kudos to him.
Yeah, they worked on it. Like, it's been years, and they've been working on it, where it's just like, wow. Like, you know, like, and it's been and I'm not, like, exposing her, but it's it's a growing thing.
Yeah.
That's where they meet up. It's great.
I
It's
think
like us.
also too very important. We've mentioned this before. What?
That was the window.
Oh, I'm like, what was that? This is live. Well, not live, but live right now.
Oh no, I was like,
Yo, I was like, is someone throw a book or something? But
oh my god.
I would say, trying to get back on top of lost train of thought because of that.
Oh my god.
I was trying to understand where people feel their need to fill that love tank, right? Where if they're not getting it, but they still stay hoping that one day their tank is going to get full, that's when you really are in trouble.
Yeah.
Because now you're sticking around like they did this before, they can do it again. I
they
believe
see
in
the
them.
potential.
Yeah, but the potential in someone that you see and then never get, you're going to be hurting yourself and pushing yourself back, losing
Yeah.
those years you can't get back.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's even harder when you live with the person. It's extra hard when you have children with the
Yeah.
person. So it's hard to like expect that person to fill that tank and continuously do it, because they may do it one day, Valentine's Day out of the year, but then that's it. They're like, all right, peace out.
And
I'm
they're
gonna go
like-
out with the boys. Or I'm gonna go out with the girls, and now you're stuck
just like,
on an
oh.
empty love tank.
Yeah.
And then
And it's like a cycle. You're
Yeah.
going, like you feel it, you're like, yay, like,
Yeah.
you know, and then it's like, okay, down.
yeah, it's not healthy. You really have to, and I encourage people to really look within themselves and their own happiness and figure out what is it that they want with their lives, because you just have one life.
Yeah.
Are you gonna sit around and just wait for this
You
person
only
to come
have-
around?
What is that?
No, please don't start. No, I know what you're thinking.
What?
Don't do it. Don't do it. And
This
if anyone,
opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
No.
You only got one shot. That's what it is. I just don't know
if
the
you
lyrics.
know Jessie, or if you don't know her, and you see these videos and you listen to our vlogs, do not, I repeat, do not encourage her to sing. I know you guys want to hear her sing, but I'm telling you, it's not worth it.
Then we got these things, right? It's like, it makes me feel like I'm in a studio. Like, studio.
Stop. Look, man. I don't even know. I don't even want to go further
Oh,
with this
gosh.
episode because I'm afraid what may come out next. But is there anything else that you want to talk about with these love languages?
No, read this book. It's really amazing. I
Tell
feel like
me
I'm
the
like,
book, because the
it's
people
called
that
The Five-
are not watching.
it's called The Five Love Language, and it's by Gary Chapman, and it's amazing. It's an amazing book.
Is that something they can find on Audible too?
Yes, I think on YouTube there's the whole thing for free,
Oh, okay.
which you don't even have to pay for. You know me, free is for me. That, and there's a quiz at the end, but you could also take the quiz before and then just read more about it. Send it to the person you're talking to, your husband, your wife, your
Your girl, your boy,
your boyfriend, your man, your
yeah,
girl,
your woman.
whatever.
I think, yeah.
Your kids. That there's one for kids. That
Okay.
way you can know how to communicate and have know
Yeah.
their love language. But before we go, I just
What?
wanted to give you guys an update. I am at
Oh, the weight thing.
168.
I didn't weigh myself.
Point.
You posted it on Instagram not too long ago.
Yes,
But that might have
168 point
changed.
something.
Did you weigh yourself today at work?
I weigh myself first of all every Wednesday.
Okay.
Now how about you?
I told you I forgot.
Oh.
I forgot to weigh myself, so I apologize. I'm gonna weigh myself twice this week to make up for last
Wow.
week.
Wow. Anyhow, I'm doing pretty good. I went from the 16-8 to now I'm averaging 15 hours of fasting and 9 hours of so I had to do some adjustment, but I'm doing pretty good and I can't wait for this week's
All right. Well,
results.
that's our show. If you haven't subscribed, please do so.
Yes, please.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. All our information will be in the description below. Again, thank you guys for watching and
Yes.
listening. We love you guys. And this is our story.
We're sticking to it.
See you later.
Adios. Peace out.